to this happy place, welcome.
Hey guys, it's Tim, and I'm with my lovely wife, Audrey-Ann.
Hi.
She's sad.
And?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm sorry, everyone, for our inconsistency.
Yeah.
It's just...
Here's the thing. Well, last weekend, I can't really remember it, but I feel like it was like stressful because
I was working.
You were working? You had to go somewhere. You had to work.
Well, yeah, I was working on my computer, which I do for work.
Well, no, but anyways. What was that tone from? Are we in Disneyland?
No, we're not, unfortunately.
That's
we would not be recording this right now for Disneyland.
Maybe we are. Maybe we're sitting on Main Street. I need to silence my phone. You will notice my text tones are both from Disneyland. No, but it was pushing it. And when we started doing this, it was like, that would be something fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not either of our jobs.
That's true.
It was something we wanted to do for fun.
Yeah.
And so if ever it feels like it wouldn't be fun and forced, sometimes we're like, no, let's just call it. Yeah. We don't no one is making us do this.
No.
And that was the case last weekend. It was like really busy and it was like getting late and we were like, and we just weren't feeling it. And it's like, we wanted to do this because it was fun.
Yeah. I think it was like, we're sitting on the couch or something. And it was like 9 o'clock or late. And we're like, oh, we didn't record a podcast tonight. And we're like, eh. It was just one of those weeks. It's just been very busy lately. So, just life gets in the way.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's all right. If you don't do our Disney podcast one week, it happens. But breaking news. Like within the last hour or so.
Yes.
Bob Iger, former CEO of Disney, no longer former CEO of Disney, is now the CEO of Disney.
He has returned. I can't help but wonder, like, what his wife feels, or like his family. He retired. Yeah, it's not like he like went somewhere else. No, like he retired.
Yeah, and he wanted to. He was tired.
I am not retiring. So all of our plans for our life when I retired, nope.
Yeah, so all you Bob Chapek haters out there got their wish.
Yeah.
So all those petitions and social media posts calling for his firing and that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, it'd be one thing if like they said, oh, Bob Chapek has been let go or he stepped down. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But the whole thing is like Bob Iger is coming back. Mm-hmm. That's like crazy.
Yeah.
So
we'll see if it brings about any noticeable changes in the parks and when that happens, if it happens.
Yeah, I'll be interested. Just saying.
Hey, can there be a petition for FastPass return?
I was just about to say that. Is like he now has the power to destroy Genie Plus and just bring back FastPasses.
Let's just do it.
Just bring it back. I don't care how many millions of dollars you invested into this Genie Plus technology.
What is the technology?
Well, they had to install
the app?
all the
scanners.
The scanners and
you still had to scan in with MaxPass, FastPass, MaxPass.
That's true. But yeah.
Oh, I miss that sound. With the tickets.
Oh yeah.
You had to spit out your tickets. Mm-hmm. You put in your park ticket.
Yep.
Which was stressful before smartphones. If you lost your park ticket, you don't lose your park ticket, and you put it in the machine and it spits out your FastPass return. Oh, I miss that.
I remember one time I left my ticket there. I got my fast passes and I put them down on top of the machine.
Yes, I remember this.
And I left my ticket there and I couldn't find it. Thankfully, it was still there when I went back.
Was that at Guardian or Tower of Terror?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, so we'll see what type of changes. But you also have to remember, Disney is just not the theme parks. A lot of people think Disney, they automatically think of Disneyland, Disney World. There's much more to Disney than just the theme parks. So there's other things that also probably need fixing.
Well, they own, like ESPN, ABC, like,
Hulu, Disney Plus,
National Geographic,
Geographic, FX, like all these other TV channels and networks, and it's ABC News. It's a huge company.
Yeah,
it's one of the largest companies in the world.
Yeah.
So, a lot more.
What did they offer him to come out of retirement and come back?
Yeah. But
anyways, I feel like that's a good segue into what we were going to do anyway.
Yeah. Which was, what are the things that you would change
about Disneyland?
About Disneyland. Were you just thinking Disneyland? Well, I guess so. That's
Disneyland Resort. Mm-hmm. So I think we probably both agree.
Yeah.
If we each say what, 3 things?
Yeah, I think so.
We're somewhat winging this.
Just a little bit.
First one, I think we both agree on. We have to have the same ones, but my first one, bring back FastPass.
Bring back FastPass.
I didn't mind the Max Pass. I wasn't crazy about it at first, but it was nice to be able to book it when you were on the other side of the park. Mm-hmm. So to pay for that, I'd be like, okay. But we all know the benefits of FastPass.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to pay anything if you don't want to.
No, it's like, I don't hate Genie Plus. What I don't like is paying for the individual Lightning Lane.
Yes. No, I agree with that. I don't mind the way it works. Mm-hmm. I hear people complaining about the way it works. I haven't had a problem with that. Mm-hmm. I have a problem with having to pay for it and the fact that it's already been increased.
Yeah.
And so like a year old, they increase the price of it. And then on top of that, there is the individual Lightning Lane. If you're going like Max Pass, if I'm correct, if you bought Max Pass, any ride that had a Fast Pass lane
was included.
Yeah. So you're going to buy Genie Plus. You're already spending for a family of our size over $100 more a day if you get it.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Include all the rides.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money. Maybe not to a lot of people, but it's a lot of money to us.
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
Tell me how you really feel.
I think that's what you said to me when we did our Genie Plus episode.
I'll say it again. Tell me how you really feel.
It makes me so angry.
I know.
I will not purchase it for certain rides. I'm already really irritated looking forward to our trip in winter when Mickey and Minnie's is open because we want to ride it, but we're going, most likely, we don't have exact dates, but most likely we will be there like the week and a half, week to 2 weeks after it opens, which means it's probably going to be insane. It is at the opposite end of the park. So to try to rope drop it with 4 kids, that already makes, I'm sweating.
Interesting thought. This is kind of off topic, but you mentioned rope dropping.
Okay.
I wonder if that's going to have any impact on rope dropping Rise. Are there going to be less people rope dropping Rise because now Minnie and Minnie's is now new? It's the newest ride that Disneyland has had since
Rise. So you could test that and say, okay, we purchase Mickey and Minnie's, because I'm assuming it's going to be individual lighting.
I would think so.
So I wonder what they'll take it away from.
Well, see, so there's 2 in Disneyland. There's Rise and what else? Or is that the only one that's individual?
Okay, California, it's Racers.
But not Web Slingers anymore.
Web Slingers is
regular Genie Plus now.
That was just recent, right?
It was recent, yeah.
Like after our trip in August.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the only one.
There was 3. What were the 3 though? Oh, was it Web Slingers?
It was Web Slingers.
It was Web Slingers, Racers, and Rise. So I wonder if they'll just add it.
Yeah.
Because if then they take it away from Rise, people are going to still go for Rise rope drop probably. Yeah. If they just add a new one, Mickey and Minnie's, and they're still individual lightning for Rise, then I would say, yeah, maybe try purchasing Mickey and Minnie's and rope dropping Rise, because Rise is not as new. I still don't like the idea of purchasing Mickey and Minnie's, but I really want to ride it. And I don't want to wait in line for 4 hours.
It's supposedly different too than the Disney World version.
Yeah. So, anywho, that is my first thing that I would change about Disneyland Resort. Okay. I would go back to Fast Pass. I'd have Max Pass, because you have the option to pay more if you want to. But you don't have to get the benefit of sometimes having a faster line. I didn't feel like standby lines were way longer than they are now. We had that system down, as a family of 5. We didn't have Gigi yet. So as a family of 5, we never waited in standby.
Yeah.
Rarely anyway. I shouldn't say never, because obviously not everyone had a fast pass. And sometimes if it was a short wait, but I saw no problem with that system, other than a lot of people weren't paying for Max Pass. So do this new system and more people will pay.
Because you have to.
You don't have to. You just...
No, but if you want the benefits of Fast Pass, you now have to pay for it.
Yeah, if you want to get more done in your day. So 100%, I'd bring back Fast Pass.
Well, the Genie Plus was a Chapek thing. So, it wasn't a Chapek thing. It happened under Chapek. So...
I can't see them getting rid of it.
They're not going to get rid of it.
And I can't see them lowering the price.
It's making the money. The parks made billions of dollars the last quarter. And so they're making money. So they're not going to take that stuff away.
It'd be great if they brought the price down, but I don't think they won't do that. They never bring prices down. But... Well, hang on. I have a question about this later, so I'll wait. To say my point about that, because I have a question for you later.
Okay. So
was that your one thing that you would change?
Yeah, that was one thing I would change is the Genie Plus going back to Fast Pass. I didn't really give much thought to this.
I know. It could be something to add as well.
Okay.
Because that's a change.
Yeah. More churro carts. One thing that irritates me is on our last day, our routine is that we get a treat on our way out. Because
our last day is not a full day.
Yeah.
We drive home that day, so we leave.
We do a half day.
A little after lunch.
Yeah. And you get your
several
treats, usually from the confectionery and things like that. I like to get a churro. Yeah. But the last churro cart in Disneyland is in front of the castle.
I feel like they used to have one down.
They used to have one down
at the by the fire,
Main Street.
That's what I thought.
And for some reason, I don't know why, But I don't think of getting a churro while we're walking. By the time we get down to the Emporium and you get your treats and stuff, I'm like, wait, I didn't get my churro.
So you got to walk back.
So I got to walk all the way back.
They
need another churro cart.
Okay, so you're serious. This is another change you'd bring.
This is a change I would bring. I want a churro cart at the beginning of Main Street.
Like where the popcorn, there's a popcorn cart.
There's 2 popcorn things.
Are there
really? 2 on each side? No, there's only 1. I take it back. There's only 1. But they need, because they have the popcorn cart on one side. Mm-hmm. They need to have a churro cart on the other one. Just even it out.
And as soon as you walk in the morning, grab a churro.
They need in their churro cart on top of Main Street.
Yeah.
I'm going to email Bob Iger tonight.
Do it.
He's now in charge.
Like, hey, buddy.
Hey, Bobby.
I know you're back. So here's what I'm thinking.
You're looking to make more revenue. More churros.
Yep.
More churros equals more money.
That's true.
Because I'm spending more money on churros.
Yeah. All right. Another one that would not be, many people would hate me for saying this. And it would somewhat, not very much, but we would have to, this would also apply to us in a very, very, very small way. This could also bring up like legal issues of like freedom of speech and all that. But
oh boy.
I don't want any more. This does not include podcasts.
Okay.
I don't want any more Disneyland influencers.
Yeah, they've kind of ruined things.
I truly believe that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, what's the other one? TikTok. That is why the parks are so insanely busy. Yeah. Because
everyone's creating content for the latest
Everyone is creating content, so it makes people who never wanted to go before or cared, thought it was just for little kids and families, want to go. Some of the things, I'm not going to lie, like, okay, think back to like when the 2 oldest boys were really little, like when we started going more often.
Yeah.
Not every single person you passed was wearing a themed shirt. I didn't wear Disney shirts back then.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't a thing. There would be family groups like you see so-and-so family 2004 trip. You'd see that. But you did not, and you saw some cosplay and stuff like that. Or whatever it's called. You did not see every single person wearing Disney clothes.
Oh, okay.
And I fall into that now. I'm wearing a Disney shirt right now. I don't own many shirts that are not. But just an example of like the influence. Mm-hmm. The Loungefly backpacks.
Got it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like you see it on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I want that backpack. I want to go to the parks and wear my backpack and take a picture of me in my backpack in front of the castle. And
everybody getting the popcorn buckets and taking pictures of the popcorn buckets.
And so people that are now like, it made it more popular.
Yeah.
And so it made it more busy.
Yeah.
And it's never not busy.
Yeah. It's always busy now.
And there used to be lots of times through the year that were slower and you could go and it was slower. Mm-hmm. And I miss those days. If you listen regularly, I feel like I talk about that a lot. And I feel like a huge part of that is the social media Disney influencer.
Yeah.
I mean, because people are making their living doing that. Being a Disney influencer on Instagram. Yeah,
well, it used to just be, families.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I went as a teenager, young adult with my siblings and friends. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like, oh, I was only into it when I became a mother and had kids. No, I was into it too. And so there were lots of others that were. But there are way more now because they see all these TikToks about it and they're like, oh, I'm going to go too. And
all these Disney hacks and And
it's just changed it. And I miss the old way.
Yeah.
So I'd get rid of
all the influencers.
So we would not be able
you
to.
You and your TikToks out of here.
I sound old, but that means when we go, we would not be filming any content for our Instagram. But I'm cool with that. We could still have a podcast.
Yeah,
you could get info by listening to a podcast. And no offense to any. I follow several, and love their reels, and they're super cute, and they make me want to go.
Yeah.
But that's the problem.
Yep. And Disney knows this, and they play up on it.
Yes.
And they make these, items that are exclusive. You're only here for a couple of weeks, so they gotta go down and get them. Yeah. And then the influencers come and like, look what I got.
They need to get it so that they can post about it on social media instead of just like going and enjoying the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my second thing I would change.
Oh man.
So your second thing was your churro.
My churro cart.
Your churro cart. Okay.
One other one. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
I mean, there's been rumors of this for years, but they need to update Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland needs a refresh because it's not Tomorrowland anymore. It's not tomorrow.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
In my mind,
I mean,
it's just is
like
what it
that
is.
was like the whole thing. Like it was
right.
It was the the land of tomorrow. The future, and now it's kind of like stuck in the late 80s, early 90s type theming. So I know there's been rumors there. It was rumored that it was going to be announced that there would be a Tomorrowland redo at D23, but that didn't happen. But yeah, I think it needs to be updated and something. It needs a new ride. It needs something there. I know there's rumors of them bringing Tron to Disneyland.
Where in the heck would they put that?
I have no idea.
It is okay. So it's not open yet in Disney World. I think we've talked about it a little bit before.
It's supposed to open sometime in springtime.
You guys, it's huge.
Humongous.
It's huge. So they were working on it when we were there back in February. We're really hoping that we get to go next late summer, fall for our anniversary, and it'll be open and we get to ride it. It's humongous. Yeah. I can't even imagine. It's the road. It's Harbor Boulevard on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was rumors that instead of building a new ride, that they would re-theme Space Mountain.
That would be the worst thing they could ever do.
They're supposed to do it the Buzz.
But no.
The new Buzz ride.
No.
But after the movie didn't do as well as they thought it was going to do, and so they scrapped that idea.
Good. No. Don't retheme that.
No.
It's a horrible idea.
Yeah. Leave it the way it is.
Yeah. You're already changing my other, favorite. Let's just.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it needs a refresh. As everyone says, bring back the People Mover. I don't even remember the People Mover, but
I have a vague memory of going on that with my dad. I believe. I could be wrong. We could check it and it would close before I was born. But because I also feel like I remember going, they had the gondolier thing.
The gondolas from Matterhorn and yeah.
I have a vague memory of going on that with my dad, and then I'm like, wait, when did that close? Look it up. I
don't know.
Because then I'm like, it closed in the 60s. I didn't go on it, but I have a vague memory, and then I'm like, I could be thinking of something else. I mean, but I remember going on something in Tomorrowland, and I was up high.
Well, a People Mover was up high.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it was that. I was in a thing up high.
It was called the Skyliner.
That's my third change.
Wait, no. Sorry, no.
You're looking at the Skyliner?
As Skyliner at Disney World. When did the gondolas at Disneyland close? November 9th, 1994.
Oh, so maybe I do remember going on it then.
The Skyway closed on November 9th, 1994. The reason for closure was attributed to metal fatigue. Stress cracks had developed inside the Matterhorn Tower battery supports. And the only way to do maintenance was to open up the Matterhorn to do work on it.
So
the Skyway. The Disney Skyway. Disney Skyway.
Okay, so I think I was like 4 or so when my dad took. So yeah, it was definitely open. So I do have a memory of that then.
Opened June 23rd, 1956. Closed November 9th, 1984.
Well, that is a good segue again into my third change, which is an ad.
It's an ad?
It's an ad.
Oh, like you would add to it. Got it.
2 things, actually.
Okay.
Okay, well, if we were going to talk about all the things I would add from Disney World, it would be a longer list. But Skyliner.
Yeah.
Going, because if you've been to Disney World, then you know Skyliner has multiple stops. And so you get off at this stop and then you get onto another Skyliner line that will take you to a different spot. So one that just goes from one end of the park to the other, but also one that goes from Disneyland to California Adventure. Obviously, you would need them to end with, what do they call them? Turnstile entrances, like, ticket stands, whatever. But the Skyliner, I loved.
Oh, the Skyliner was great.
I loved the Skyliner.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be a great change to come to Disneyland. Also, one more.
Okay.
Again, I could add more, but I really want them to bring the deluxe hour. So in Disney World, if you stay at a deluxe resort, so they have 3 different tiers or 4? 3. 4.
Value, moderate, and deluxe.
So 3 different tiers of on property hotels. And if you stay at a deluxe resort, certain days at certain parks will have deluxe hours, and they are open 2 hours later. So kind of like the early magic hour here, or early entry. Early entry. It used to be called early magic hour.
Yeah.
Or extra magic hour. Something
Just
like that.
magic hour.
Just magic hour? Okay. Because they even had that on the little, they had a specific line you went to.
Yeah.
Because you weren't even allowed on Main Street. They had specific lines you went to, which I missed that too. Let's bring that back. Another change. Magic entry lines. No one is left in. I get the now, because now with the influencers,
the lines are
it's so
long.
busy. The lines outside get so long, and they go. I have been there where they go from the Disneyland line, just goes into the California Adventure line, and they just go into each other.
Yeah.
Again, blaming the influencers. So before it wasn't like that, and so they had the magic entry lines. So when you went in, Main Street was like dead.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Okay, another change. So that's a change I'd bring back too. Because if I got rid of the influencers, it wouldn't be as busy. Okay, so, you get to stay 2 hours later. And so if they did the same thing, if you stayed at one of the Disneyland Resort hotels, if they alternated it just like they do. Well, they don't alternate it anymore. They used to alternate it. One day it was Disneyland extra hour. The next day is California extra hour, and they alternated it. They don't anymore. But I understand staying later is a bigger deal.
Yeah.
More cast members. And from what I understand in Disney World, restaurants and shops are closed, but the rides stay open.
Yeah.
So if they did that and they alternated, between the 2 parks, and if you stay at a Disneyland Resort, you get that extra 2 hours.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Which Disneyland seems to stay open later than Disney World, because the extra magic hours are to midnight, where Disneyland is typically. I thought it
was one in the morning. That was 1 in the morning.
Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah.
But still, then that's closing at 11.
Yeah.
And Disneyland typically, they change. I mean, some in the winter.
In the winter, sometimes it closes like at 8 or 9.
Yeah, sometimes, but
yeah.
Anyways, so that's something else. The deluxe hours really at night, I think, would be, not that we would take advantage of it with the kids, but if we went just us, you know, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
But so those are 2 add-ons, but I thought of the change of bringing back, you know, letting the extra
the magic hour line, dedicated line. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. So.
All
right. So you have a question.
Did you come up with a third change?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
I just want my churro cart and a new Tomorrowland. Those are my that's my wish
so then
list.
You do have 3. Because you had no more Genie Plus.
Yeah, Fast Pass. Yeah.
Okay. Bring back Fast Pass. Okay, so I heard this question on another podcast, but I thought it was a good thought.
Okay.
So, Genie Plus is here. Mm-hmm. Probably not going anywhere.
Nope.
What would you change about it? And you can't, like, I'm going to have some parameters because obviously what we would change about it is, like, make it free. Not that, because one, that's not going to happen. But what would you do to make it a little better?
A little better. Huh. What would I do? I mean, I get the whole thing of like coming back at a certain time because you're like in a virtual line. Mm-hmm. But it would be nice just to be like, you could, like, these are the rides, like you could set up like your day. I know Disney World used to have this option.
Well, you planned it like way before your visit.
You could plan your day like. It
was like 30 days before your trip.
It was like 90 days. It was 90 or 60 days, something like crazy like that, to where you could pick your Fast Passes. Fast Pass Plus, I think they called it. But it would be great if like they had the option, if you wanted to pre-plan your day. Mm-hmm. So you could be like, these are the rides that I want to hit. And already have those like pre-selected. Yeah. And you didn't have to wait a certain time. Like, all right, these are the rides I'm gonna go on and go do them. I could see where that could cause issues, as you know, lines being too long. Yeah. So if everybody decided like, oh, we're gonna do Indiana Jones at 11 a.m.
Right.
And then the Genie Plus line or Lightning Lane gets, you know, too long, and that just slows everything down. But it'd be nice to do like a pre-planning option type thing.
Right. Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, a couple things. I think you should be able to select a Genie Plus for a ride more than once. Yeah. Now, if they want to limit it, okay.
I would say 2.
I don't really understand the purpose of why they need to limit it. But okay. 2 times. Sure. But I think only being able to pick a ride once is just mean. I'm paying a lot of money for this, so I should be able to go on that shorter line more than once. Also, I think for a certain number family, and I understand that there's groups after a certain number, then your next one is like 10% off of purchasing, you know? So it's like, okay, you and I pay full price, but then our 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, you know, are
kind of like a package deal. Like they have like the multi-day tickets, you know, the more days, more days you buy, the cheaper each day is.
Right. They'll have that with kids. Yeah. Yeah. Like with different curriculums.
Yeah.
My homeschool, and this is coming out. It's like my first kid is this price. For any additional student I might enroll, it's 10% off. Yeah. You know, something like that.
Yeah, they should have like a family 4-pack of Genie Plus. So it's just like you have your individual and 2 persons the same. say like, $25 for one person.
25?
Or was it 20?
Is it 25 now?
No, it's not 25. I think it's 20. Or is it 25? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I think it's 25.
I think it is 25.
Oh my.
It is 25. It did go up to 25 recently.
Honestly makes my stomach churn.
I know. So for one person it's $25, for two people it's $50, but then, for three people it's $65 or $60.
Right. They have that like down in, San Diego with the zoo or whatever for like, I mean, this is free, but like, if you go to San Diego in October, kids are free for a lot of the stuff down there, zoos. So it's like for every adult ticket you purchase, you can get like a free kid. I'm not saying that they're not going to do that, but like a discounted kid.
Yeah.
Or discounted ticket.
So it's $50 for two people and it's an additional $10 for each person you add.
Yeah.
I think instead of being $25 for every single person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they would have more people taking advantage of that and probably making more money. And the same thing goes for Lightning Lane.
I think individual Lightning Lane should no longer be no. That's
or that just goes away.
Another thing I would change about it, all the rides are included.
Yeah.
All the rides are included. We should
tell me how you really feel.
We should just work for
we should just work for Disney. Bob Iger, if you're listening, he's an avid listener. I get messages from him every week.
Loves our podcast.
He does love our podcast. Okay, Bobby. So
we've
this is what we're gonna do.
We got some Genie Plus demands.
We got some hot tips for Genie Plus.
Yeah.
So we'll have him on guest next week. You heard that first, Bob Iger on the podcast next week. No, Bob Iger is not going to be on the podcast.
But I think you're right. That if it was like that, more people would purchase it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like what we're seeing anyway, from what I have seen now, a few visits to Disneyland with Genie Plus going, is it doesn't seem like a lot of people are in the standby lines.
Mm-hmm.
And
especially for individual Lightning Lane rides, like Rise, people aren't wanting to pay.
Although it seems like it's more people that are individual. Like when I don't see a lot of families with small kids, I see those people going in the Lightning Lane because people with small kids are like, okay, we'll pay it because we know.
That's true. That's true.
But still, I think it's a good idea. I think more people would purchase it. So I don't think it would be, they wouldn't be hurting.
No, they wouldn't be. Anyways. I think it's still making money because it's not like it's a good that's costing them money that they have to purchase and then resell. This is just like free money for them. Genie Plus.
Sorry, I totally zoned out at what you were just saying because all I was thinking was this was a really negative episode.
It was a really negative episode.
I'm sorry. But some of the changes weren't negative. No. Like bringing a Skyliner. I'm not saying
adding
anything.
A churro cart.
I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying a Skyliner is great and it would be fun.
Disneyland's wonderful, guys. Just know that we love Disneyland and we only want to make it better because we love it.
And we wouldn't have a podcast if we didn't love it.
No.
But
it's just,
But I loved it more 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true.
Before all the influencers came and ruined it.
No, don't stop listening to our podcast if you listen and you're a Disney. No Disney influencers listen to our podcast. No. Like I said, I enjoy so much of their content. So much of it.
For sure.
It's just all the crowds that have been brought to the parks because of it that I don't like.
Yeah. But we love Disneyland. It's great. It's a great place to go.
I'm very excited about our next trip.
Yeah. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun.
But I'm excited about Mickey and Minnie's. I'm really excited about the 100th.
Yeah.
Celebration of the Disney company and what they're going to be doing at the park. I'm just
going to be a home turf for the whole D100 Disneyland is.
Oh yeah, right. So. They're doing the most there. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. I'm getting very excited about our trip to hopefully Disney World. So we wouldn't spend our 15th wedding anniversary possibly at Disney World.
How many anniversaries have we spent at Disneyland?
Oh my gosh.
So our first one was in 2015.
15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was our 7th.
And then we went again for our 11th.
And then we went last year. So 3 times.
So 3. I think that's
3 out of 15. You know, that's only.
Well, then that would be 4 out of 15. Because if we
do this year,
if we get to do it
next year,
and we go to Disney World, then that would be the 4th time, and that'll be our 15th. So yeah. So
it's not like we go there all, for all our anniversaries. It's only the 4th out of our 15 years.
Yeah.
So that's not that much.
But
yeah,
I'm sorry if this was negative.
It's okay. No, it was good. Every time sometimes you just got to get it out.
I'm planning a fun game that, full disclosure, I am stealing from somebody else.
It's okay.
I'm going to Disneylandify it as opposed to Disney World. But we need some other people because it wouldn't be as fun just me and you. So
no, it wouldn't be.
Planning that. I think that'll be a really fun one.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. All right. Well, we hope you enjoy this.
What would you change?
Let us know on Instagram.
Bring something new. Change. Let us know.
Let's not say change because change can have a negative connotation.
Well,
what would you enhance?
Okay.
What would you bring out the?
Nope, just stop.
Okay. Just what would you enhance Disneyland?
How would you enhance?
How would you enhance?
How would you enhance Disneyland? Let us know.
Yeah. Where are we at? Where are we at on the IG? I don't know because I never post on there anymore. So
you don't.
We haven't been as regular on there either.
I know.
Do you really not remember?
My mind is blank.
Dreaming.of.disney.podcast.
Thank you.
On Instagram.
We've had a lot going on,
Yeah.
But yeah, and leave us a review.
Yeah, make it good.
And do what you want, but
no, make it good.
It helps. It helps, and we'll pop up for people.
Yeah. We want to listen to the negative podcast.
No, we're not normally
no, we're
negative.
Not. It wasn't negative. It was negative. All right, Bobby. You know what you got to do. Bobby,
get rid of the influence. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.